the last person to go over today. The difference here is instead of initially focusing on getting all the weight in the hip, we're initially going to focus on driving our shoulder right into this space. Make sense? Right. So again, it starts off the same. My arm is underneath. My elbows are going to be tight. But instead of going off to the side right away, my weight is driving my shoulder into his body. Is that a good way, Andrew? Yeah. All right, so you can tell by his voice that's a good way, right? So my shoulder is driving into his body. Can I push my head away? It's almost harder, right? So I'm driving, my elbows are tight, I'm driving my weight into him. In one quick move, I'm going to switch my hips, just like we did before, right? To get weight down on his hip. So this one requires us to be a little bit more explosive, a little faster than the last one, right? So I'm driving in. When I switch my hips, my hand's immediately going to go back to that arm, right? And that leg. So I'm here, I'm driving in. I'm going to switch my hips and push, right? Right away. And step over. It's a little bit different, right? The finish is similar to some of the other ones we just went over, but the setup's different, right? A little bit more explosive. We're putting more weight here. For guys that are having trouble like getting pushed away and stuff, this one is more stable initially, but the finish is a little bit more athletic or explosive, right? So the other two, to actually open the legs, is a little bit easier. So the second one's the easiest one to open the legs, if we can get there and be stable. The first one, if you can get your hips open, you're flexible. That one's the strongest position to be safe when you have your arm around the head. This one, initially, is the safest. Right? Because in here, it's going to be very difficult if I drive my weight into Andrew or in the door like this. So go ahead. Right? It's difficult because I have my weight. My elbows are tight, my weight is driving into Andrew. Difficult for him to do anything here, right? So now when I switch my hips, I got to be quick. Switch my hips, right, open. Right? Everything else is the same. So I'm here, boom. Through. Make sense? Yes, sir. That's cool.